Hey everybody, thanks for joining us again for another one. It's American Coin and Currency. What's hot in the US coins going on right now? This is a 2026 market breakdown. Today we're here with John Mady, CEO, founder of American Coin and Currency, Dustin Lee, head of social media here at American Coin and Currency. How's it going, John?
Well, I figured I'd dress up partially as a pirate today. Try to I try to get in the mood. No, I have a really bad eye infection, and I don't want to gross people out without me. So wearing the patch actually helps because of light sensitivity and stuff like that. And so yeah, we're gonna push through and have an amazing show today. Unfortunately, missed last week, but we'll make up for it this week. A lot of exciting things happening that we're going to talk about today. So it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, good that you took that week off, held it down for the rest of the week. To have to keep the show going. But yeah, exciting things for the market. A lot of good coins coming out this year. I'm sure some of the audience are interested in see what your take is. I'm sure some
Yeah.
people I saw some comments here already. They're excited to see or hear. Or is it? Oh, you're good to see John's back. Yep, John is back this week. Let's go.
Let's
Um,
do it.
let's do it. So yeah, let's just touch on some of the Silver Eagles improves. Mid state 70s. Of course, some of the things we have in stock as well. Um, what's that look like right now for the Silver Eagles?
Well, let's start real quick. Backtrack just a tiny bit because I've
Okay.
been receiving a lot of calls from customers and potential customers, and even friends, and just wondering what's happening. They see the markets going down, precious metals,
Yeah.
and I explained to them that fundamentally nothing's really changed. In fact, it's odd. I don't worry about it whatsoever because I don't trade. I don't day trade, things like that. But,
Yeah.
um, just look at what's happening. We're at war in the Middle East again. We just crossed the $39 trillion threshold on our national debt. Our government, is as ineffection. It's just not working. It's broken. It's becoming more and more obvious, and the AI bubble is continuing to inflate.
Yeah.
So when you see these price fluctuations like this, uh, our customers that invest in bullion and have the self-directed precious metals IRAs, they have more concern than, let's say, customers. In fact, I haven't received one call from any customer who buys numismatics, because we've talked about this many times. There's a built-in protection, there's a built-in hedge there.
Yeah.
And so the swings of the precious metals, the spot prices, really don't affect those items nearly as much as obviously the base metal itself. I look at today, could we go lower than 4,600 on gold? Sure,
Yeah.
it could happen. I bought some today for myself when I got in here.
Wow. Whoa.
Um,
Whoa.
and
Damn.
so I'll keep buying. And when it goes up or down, it's I'm long term, so these fluctuations don't matter to me really that much. But I want to have informed answers for our customers who do have concern, because they've worked their entire lives very hard and they've trusted us to put some of their money with us in the form of either precious metals or numismatics. So it's in
Wow.
terms of Silver Eagles. I mean, the market, Dustin, the market's red hot. I mean, red
Yeah.
hot. Uh, we Sourcing is becoming, it's never really an issue, but the premiums are still high. When I checked earlier, Silver Eagles were at 87 a piece. Um, Spot is where we at 70, I think was the last time I looked. Yeah, 71, let's say. So you have a $17 premium there. So
Mm.
there's a huge difference between what paper says, paper silver, paper gold,
Right.
metals as opposed to physical. But there's, we've talked earlier this year, we were just waiting for the mint to start releasing products. And I've said this before, that because of the new director of the mint who was brought in at the beginning of the year, he's from the numismatic industry. He's the coin guy. And that was exciting to me because I could see that he's going to bring that knowledge of collectors and investors into that position. And you can kind of see it from the releases that we've gone over many times. But the products are just flying off the shelves, and I don't see any slowdown. In fact, I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I would think you're going to see $5,000 gold pretty quickly, and back over on silver pretty quickly. But again, we service all kinds of customers, and our customers that have purchased, whether they're older numismatics, pre-1933 gold, silver, or copper, or a term I use, which is rare, high-grade modern coins, which are tomorrow's numismatics, if that makes sense. A lot of our customers are buying items today in hopes, for 20 years down the road, 30 years down the road, that what they're buying today is going to be something substantial in the future, which for the most part, what we provide is going to fill that need and that niche. So, I mean, it's exciting times. That's the best word the words I have for it. We're constantly busy, and you throw in everything else happening in the world. It makes it interesting, and we're here to service customers. We're here for you.
Yeah, I seen something about the U.S. Mint. Somebody was trying to ask them if they're going to lower their rates, and they're not. They're not going to lower the cost of their coins, because it's like, regardless of the paper market, it doesn't affect actual physical values. So there's no reason to lower that market when the paper market's just everywhere.
Correct. Yep. How are you doing, Dustin?
I'm doing good. Just watching markets and trucking along, contacting people, looking for the whales, talking to the right people.
What's great about I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Dustin. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just doing my due diligence.
That's always important, right? What's really great about this year, 2026 Silver Eagles, is that there's so many firsts, and that's what collectors dream of. That's where the opportunities come from. And what I mean by that is, let's take just a business strike, Silver Eagle, which is a mid state, 70 in our case. Right. First day of issue, PCGS or NGC. That's a 40th anniversary. So on the business strike, you have 40th anniversary coins. So that's always a nice attribute to have to the coin. Now we move to proofs. You're getting the bell privy. You have a dual date on the coin. And so these things, even though, what's the big deal? There's a dual date, there's a bell privy. Well, for people who are in this business and people who invest in these kinds of products and collect these kinds of products, it's significant. I can't understate the significance of this, because it's a first. And anytime you can go back, if anyone has a red book, anyone has, you go on your computer, look at the first issues of coins from, 5, 10, 20, 30 years ago. They always appreciate and value much faster than just let's say next year, 2027. There's not going to be anything like that. I mean, I'm sure something's going to come out that's makes it kind of cool, but nothing like this year. 40th anniversary, dual date, right. Bell privy, and so that's not only on the Silver Eagles, but that's also on the Gold Eagles as well, which just dropped from the mint, and those are wildly popular. So yeah, I'm really, really stoked about the products at the U.S. Mint is producing for our industry, because it just makes, you have to have enough for, we've gone through the mid products many times. You see how many can a household order? One,
Right.
only one per household. So you kind of, dealers like us, some collectors don't like, because they buy directly from the mint, and well, why are these dealers getting more than one? That's not fair. But that's just how this business works, because we create the best of the best. We then take these coins, we take all the risk too. We don't know if they're going to grade out 70. We buy monster boxes. There's no guarantee from the mint. Hey, 50% of these are going to be 70. It's a gamble.
Yeah.
So, we have to we create the rarities, is what I'm trying to say. And it works really well. It works great for the mint. It works great for the dealer. It works great for the end user. And then if the end user wants to resell down the road, it works great for that transaction as well. So they're really doing business the right way, and I'm so happy to see that.
Yeah, I'll just give a little plug here. Call us 561-310-8341. 𝐂𝐸_coins@gmail.com, coinandcurrency.net. Find us eBay, American CC, and find us on Google and Yelp. Yeah, I mean, if anybody's looking for anything specific, we're everywhere.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good coins that are out. Like you mentioned, the 250th anniversary, the 40th, the Bell Privies. There's some really good coins, and then we're getting some sets pretty soon. You said, so that's gonna be interesting.
And also one other thing that I can't believe I forgot this: the congratulations sets, the Silver Eagle congratulations set. And even though it's the word set is in there, it's only one coin. Same thing. Those are we were lucky. We sold out so fast, and we were lucky that we were able to get some more. But again, this is a congratulations set. That's a proof. It has, the dual date. It has the bell privy. It has all the bells and whistles. And ours, in particular, at American Coin and Currency, which a lot of dealers will not be able to offer you, is advanced release. I can't express in strong enough terms how important it is, if you're going to spend your hard-earned dollars, to spend a couple more dollars for advanced release if they are available. I use the analogy, Dustin, in fact, I used this yesterday because someone was asking me, well, why do I, spend all this money for these extra things, advanced release signed by, Emily Damstra or Michael Barrios. And I said, if you went to a car lot and you were looking at Mustangs, and then they both look the same, two, maroon Mustangs, but one has a V6 in it. The one next to it has a V8 turbocharged, all the bells and whistles.
Right.
Which one do you think is going to hold its value, and which one do you think is going to yield a greater return? We all lose money on cars. It's a losing proposition, right? But at least the other one, when you go to sell it, you're going to get more back than buying just that V6 Mustang. And it's the same exact thing with advanced release coins. Sure, you can go buy regular or no designation. You can go buy first strike or early release, or even FDI, which are good, because advanced release aren't available all the time. But if you have the means to do so, it makes really good business sense to buy advanced release. So our congratulations sets, we have both the PCGS, excuse me, Proof 70, Deep Cameo, advanced release, signed by Damstra, and then we also have available right now NGC, PF70, Ultra Cameo, advanced release, signed by Michael Guadioso. And picking one of those up, if you look on eBay, they're selling well over $1,000 right now. And so pick up the phone, send us a quick email or a text, and let me give you some prices on either PCGS or NGC, so that you can at least own a few of these historic coins, because these are going to be worth a significant amount of money down the road. And the mintage, I believe, is, and I might be getting things mistaken because my eye's taking a lot out of me, but the total mintage is, I want to say, it's under 100,000. It's low.
Pretty
So
low.
yeah. So it's not many dealers have those coins with all those attributes, and it's worth, like anything, Dustin. You get what you pay for,
True.
And so it's worth spending a couple extra dollars, and we're not talking significant money, literally a few extra dollars to get AR designation on those coins. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the images right now to show everybody. And then we'll touch into like the hottest coins at the current status. Let's pull up some images. Let's see. How do we represent an image? Oh, okay. This we put it in the background. All right. Let's see. How do I do this? Okay, here. Back. No, that's not it. Yeah, I can't really see it. Anyways. Yeah, you can't really see it.
But you can see the label, and that's important.
Yeah.
And you see all the attributes that the label has.
40th anniversary. I can't tell that one. 40th anniversary. But yeah, if there's anything you guys are looking for, anything specific, especially if we have it in stock, got a lot of good stuff. But yeah, let's touch on like what's hot, like what's going on. I know a lot of our stuff is Silver Eagles, but there's some previous dates with like Morgans. Maybe some Liberties. Yeah.
So one thing we started doing here recently, and it was actually a suggestion from one of my coworkers, was we bought a bunch of Morgan collector books, and I need to reach out to Donahue about creating some additional. We just wanted to test this out first before we buy a good amount of them.
Right.
But what we're doing is we are buying these books, and we're putting in a few Morgans for customers that are looking to build out Morgan collections the old school way in the books, raw coins, which are less expensive than graded. And it's just fun. And that's been wildly popular. Like every week we're just setting up more. Actually, this morning I'm trying to find more Morgans, just rolls of Morgans that we can to accommodate all the orders we're getting. So that's a hot item that's an internal item. The Proof Eagles, they're the hottest coin so far this year, as well as the Congratulations set. I'd say those two are what's the hottest. But like I said, the 4-coin American Gold Eagle sets just were released, and those are I think 15,000 was the total mintage for those.
Jeez.
And so those people they're already over 20,000 a set on eBay. In fact, there's some sellers on there. Now, if our friends that are watching and listening go on eBay and look up, the 2026 W American Gold Eagle 4-coin proof set advanced release, and you'll see hardly any options because so few dealers have that designation. But you'll see one dealer has NGC advanced release signed by Mercanti. I think they're asking 25,000 for the set. And there's plenty of sets that are just FBI that are around the $20,000 range. We're selling ours that are advanced release. They're PCGS, they're deep cameo, and they're signed by Damstra for under 20,000. We have a very, very, very limited quantity. So if any of our friends that are watching and listening have interest in owning that historic set, because it is a historic set, it really truly is. There's many firsts in that set. You need to reach out to us because I would say by Monday or Tuesday, they're going to be sold out.
Jeez. These are the Gold Eagles?
Yes, the 4-coin Gold Eagle set. So it has the $50, $25, $10, and $5.
I see that. Yeah. Mercanti, yeah, 25. Wow. Yeah, none. There's no other signage for anything else. There's no.
Nobody has them. We're
No
fortunate that it's nice being in business where we have things to offer our customers that other dealers can't offer. It really gives us an advantage, and it's beneficial to the customer as well because they're getting the absolute best of the best.
Oh man, these are what are these Mercanti or Damstra?
The ones we have are Damstra. We chose not to get NGC.
Okay.
Most of our clients, when it comes to the higher end products like that, they prefer PCGS as well as I don't personally have a difference. To me,
Right.
if it was for myself, I would be happy with the Mercanti signed NGC. Just as happy, if maybe even more than a Damstra. I don't know. I have to have it in my hands.
Man, yeah, it's the battle of PCGS and NGC. Yeah, it's the same as in the card companies. That's what I was saying earlier, like PSA and CGC. So it's like just who wants the but it always ends up being the PSA PCGS. It just seems like that's where the market's at.
So what I'm going to do, Dustin, is I'm going to keep one of these sets, maybe two for myself, because I always try to keep one of everything we get.
That's
for
fair.
Me.
Yeah.
And over the years, you can imagine, it builds up over time. Anyway, since we're authorized dealers with CACG, Certified Acceptance Corporation.
Nice.
I'm thinking about seeing if we can send these out and get either them. I would prefer to just get the jelly bean stickers put on the PCG slabs.
Yeah.
Instead of having them reholdered into CACG.
Oh, no.
Which, as long as they grade out the same, which they obviously would, the crossover would be the same in this case. But yeah, I think that'd be cool to have. I might be the only one that would have a set with CACG jelly bean stickers.
That would be amazing. That would hold so much value. Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to get a little bit more info on these things. But yeah, some more some clients onto that one. Yeah, there's some interesting mints coming out this year. Touched on Morgan's. Do these sets that you're building consist of like modern and vintage? Like what's kind of like the range?
So the Morgan sets I was referring to are Morgans from 1878 to 1921.
Oh wow!
And so it's fun. It's fun for people to to build that up. The main hurdle there is there's a few years.
You're cutting out.
Extremely difficult to get, even raw. So you have like.
Is that me?
I mean, they're available. 1879 Carson City. I just found one of those. What was that?
Is your internet cutting out?
Are you able to see me?
Yeah, sort of. It's a little blurry. I don't know if it's me. Oh, wait, no, I think that was John. Okay. Um, yeah, excited mints coming out this year. Like we touched on some of the 40th anniversary, whatnot. Let's add John back here. Okay, John. Oh, we had two. We have two Johns.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
that's weird.
Yeah, we're back. We're back. Maybe rewind that back
Yeah,
like
so
30
there's a
seconds.
few years in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah. So in those Morgan sets, they're fun to put together. They're
Yeah.
relatively inexpensive because the vast majority of Morgans are common date. They're not, they're not going to be expensive, but you do get some rare years and mint marks. So like the 18 set 90 1869 Carson City. It's an expensive coin. The 1889 Carson City, expensive
Nice.
coin. I actually just found about that, and I sent him in to get him graded to PCGS. And then, of course, like 1893 San Francisco raw. If you can find one, is a $3,000 to $4,000 coin if you're lucky.
Wow.
So, but it does take time, and so that's with just numismatic Morgans. The Mint is releasing again their Morgan set, which they started in 2021, and those have been wildly popular. We have the exclusive on on PCGS Morgan P dollar sets advanced release with Damster's signature. We're the only dealers. Technical difficulties. Is that me or you, Dustin?
Yeah. Is it me?
I don't know. My office internet's good.
Is it my house?
Are you the culprit?
I don't know. Seems to be fine on this one. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm on my 5G over here is rocking.
Yeah, I'm gonna check my speed test here. Here, I'll disconnect on this. Let's do speed test. So double check. Speed test. All right. Speed test. That one's a little slower, but let's see on this one. This one's hardwired. Oh, maybe it is me. Let's see.
Well, before you were buffering. Now you're not.
Oh. Uh-oh. Crap. All right. Yeah, maybe I am the culprit. Hold on.
Take your time.
Oh man, I'm the bad guy.
I'm just gonna keep talking.
Yeah, just keep going. Just keep going.
I'm gonna keep talking, Dustin. So, the Morgan dollar sets. There's it's a 6-coin set. It started in 2021. They've been Stamps are signed through PCGS, and they're going to be dropping in about a month. So you get the first. I didn't look yet if it's the mint states that are coming first, and the proofs and the reverse proof. That's how it's been in the past, and typically it's very low mintage. Each time, like 15,000 sets, or have always coins each year. I believe because of COVID and the shortage in silver at that time. So that's coming down the pike, and we of course, one thing we've never really talked about wreck artifacts, in particular coins and some other items off of that they salvage off of shipwrecks. In fact, I had a customer who came in the other day, and he was friends with Kip Wagner and Mel Fisher, and it's a group. They're known as the Real Eight. The Real Eight were the ones that discovered the 1715 plate fleet off of Melbourne area, Vero Beach area in Florida. So he came in with some beautiful pieces. So we do a lot of shipwreck coins, whether they're Spanish cobs, which are also known as reals, or gold escudos. And the values on those, I would say, have probably appreciated more than any other coins we sell in the last 10 years. We used to be able to buy, I used to be able to pick up a 1 ounce, doubloon, which is an 8 escudo, for, $8,000, right around there, maybe a little less. Now they're $30,000. If you can find one for 30,000, you're lucky. So those have really gone up in value, probably more so than anything else. But we never really talked too much about that. I just want to bring it up real quick with shipwreck coins. There was let me see, 2025 pre-1933 gold. Yeah, so a lot of coins have been coming to market that haven't seen the light of day in decades, which is also very exciting, and it opens up a lot of opportunities for collectors and investors to get involved with some significant coins. I'll give you a quick story, Dustin. Can you hear me all right? Are we back?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
So when my father was alive, he loved watches, and things like that. I always loved watches, and I had collected watches from when I was younger. And but he would buy like a lot of like smaller end watch, like a $3,000 watch or a $2,000 watch or a $5,000 watch, and he'd have a bunch of them. Instead of just getting one really nice, like, I mean, you feel everyone has their own ones they like, whether it be a high-end Rolex, whether it be a Patek, which you're not going to get for under 6 figures. But my point being is, like, same thing with coins. I try to advise this to customers. A lot of people have a mental barrier where the dollar amount is that barrier, and it's like they would rather buy different coins over a period of time, instead of just buying a one high-end piece, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so same advice I gave my dad. I was like, Dad, why don't you just sell all these coins and get yourself one really, really, and he had beautiful stuff. But to me, it's just like, it's the same thing. It's that mental barrier of, okay, $50,000. I'll never spend $50,000 on a coin. But Dustin, you just spent $50,000 in coins in the last 4 months.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that's a hurdle sometimes and that's our job as well, is to explain to our customers why that makes sense to just buy the one piece instead of a bunch of others. But then there's a lot of variables that go into that, because sometimes people like what everyone has their own process of doing things too. But lately I've been seeing a lot more pre-1933 gold and silver come through the door than in previous years. And I think that's just, people either, just inheriting. That's what it is for the most part. People inheriting coins and being like, here, what can I get for this? Which is like a treasure hunt each time that happens. Someone comes in with boxes of coins, my heart starts because it's exciting. You don't know what it could 9 out of 10 times. It's not much, but that 1 out of 10 times, it's where there's something special. It's magical. So that's always exciting. And our friends that are listening and watching, if you have coins that you'd like to get appraised, or you have items you'd like to sell, please reach out to us, because that's also a large part of our business. We don't only get coins from mints around the world. We also get a lot of our coins from public, from people that are selling items that either they bought or that they inherited.
Yeah, definitely give us a call, 561-310-8341, uniquecoins@gmail.com. We'll check out your collection. Yeah, I've been getting, messages from people, and yeah. But yeah, a lot of times it's, some regular coins, I guess to say, but yeah, it could be any moment when someone has like a really good collection. They've been passed down and don't even know the value, and definitely come to us. We're gonna be making sure that you get like the best dollar for dollar for your products. And
Yeah.
coins that you so
Yep.
got trusted sources for sure. Um, okay, so we touched on some of what coins are
I went to
interesting.
pre-33 gold,
33, yeah,
Keygen Morgan.
yeah, the
We
Gardens.
can talk about commemoratives if you want, and low vintage moderns.
Yeah, maybe between modern and some of the classic. What's some
Now
of
there are
like
some commemoratives that are absolutely stunning, like the Pan Pacific 5 coin gold set. Uh, that set is I've never had a full set here. I've had a couple of the coins. They were available for purchase when the Panama Canal opened.
oh
That was
wow,
part of that whole celebration.
huh.
And then you have like there's a Grant commemorative. It's a little gold piece. There's a McKinley gold commemorative. There's Lewis and Clark, which is a very popular gold commemorative. There's a sesquicentennial gold commemorative, which is also popular.
Mm.
Um, and then there's other states that had their own commemoratives. The Mint produced them, but they were for the states. So you have, Illinois, which, funny enough, I did pick one up, and someone had brought a bunch of coins in years ago, and they actually had an Abraham Lincoln, the log splitter commemorative. And so commemoratives are that's the niche. We have a few customers that's really their bread and butter. Like that's all they want commemoratives. It's
Mhm.
a pretty robust market. It's not my go-to, but I'll facilitate any needs or wants that people have for commemoratives. And but the to me the key is, and I think you're going to see this moving forward is because there's a lot of commemoratives coming out this year, but the
Yeah,
mintages are wildly low, and that's going to create a nice market for each one of those because of the low population and the rarity. So I'm
Mhm.
excited about that for sure. Um,
Yeah.
and low mintage moderns, yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dustin.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you want to finish up, but um, there's some questions that people are asking.
Yeah, yeah. Throw them at me.
Yeah, there's I think it's relative to that response here. Well, here's one of what's your favorite release this year?
The 4 coin gold set.
Yeah, that's solid. All right, let's
Although
see.
although although the Palladium was amazing too. Oh my God! Now I'm thinking, yeah, the Palladium was amazing. But no, I'll go with the 4 coin gold set.
Nice. That Palladium was there was this year's as well, or it was last year? It was not.
That was 2026 Palladium.
It was the
Believe that
dime.
might have been last year. I think you're right, Dustin.
Yeah, I,
Again,
I, I don't think we've
I'm on a
had
lot
it.
of medication, so I get a pass.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it came out at the end of the year, so it was like
Okay.
kind of
Yeah, yeah,
the cusp.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember it was like November, December. Let's see. Pre 33 gold better long term than modern slabs.
Depends on what it is. So if you're getting a pre 1933 gold, and it's just a generic date, common date,
Mm.
mid state 60 to 62. Nothing wrong with owning them. They're great. Uh, as far as the modern, it's without more details in your question. It's kind of hard to answer that for you. I would
Mm.
love to, but pick up as many as you can of what you like. That's my best advice.
Yeah, just dealer's choice. So yeah, whatever you like, definitely seek out the best of your interests. What coin category is performing the strongest in 2026? I think we touched on this.
Yeah, the Eagles. Eagles are
Eagles.
silver and gold. Eagles
So,
are it.
yeah, Eagles.
In
Uh,
fact, Dustin, I like you. I follow the Mint, and I get all the news that comes from the Mint. And
yeah,
never before have I seen items sell out, like items that typically would not sell out, where you can go back after the release and buy as many as you want.
really.
This yeah, this year items are selling out, and it's not like past years.
Huh.
So that says a lot to me.
Yeah, I haven't followed the U.S. Mint's releases as prevalent as last year. So yeah, I thought that was normal. To be honest, I'm like, oh, they're sold out already. There's a wait, 10-minute wait.
That's crazy too. I have not seen that either. Where you get in queue, you get put in a
Yeah,
queue just to get on their website.
yeah, it was literally just saying, it's like, okay, you're gonna come up next. I'm like, what the hell's going on the website? Broken. No, it's just too many people. Yeah. I mean, there's low vintage. I mean, there was like what under 10,000. I think some of those like the Buffaloes or um some of the
Well,
last year, yeah, or the Palladiums. Those were like under six
six.
thousand. Yeah,
That was 6,000 or 6,500 on the
yeah,
Palladium. The
Palladium.
Buffaloes, which we will be getting, they're coming out. Let's see. I was just looking at them.
Yeah,
Buffaloes are coming out May 7th.
May 7th. There, I'll pull this up here. Let's see what we got.
Limit one per household.
Buffalo. Where's the Buffaloes at? Sunday markets. Liberty. Oh, it is 2025. Wait, hold on. New products.
Yeah, they don't give the total. All they're saying is household limit is one. It's dropping on what I say the 7th.
7th.
So yeah, let me go back. Yeah, May 7th. We've had more requests for that than probably any coin this year. And that started back in January. I've had customers, hey, when you get that Buffalo, you better let me know.
Of course.
So what I was
Oh,
saying was the ones that we're gonna get, I apologize if I'm sounds like I'm beating a dead horse, but I can't express how important this is to people that are spending their hard-earned money. Um, we're going to be getting the advanced release Buffaloes.
oof.
We might be
That's
getting both NGC and PCGS. There's going to be maybe 5 dealers in the country that are going to be able to offer those to you, with us being one of them. So when
wow.
they come out, they're going to sell out like as like yesterday. I mean, they're going to sell out very, very, very quickly. Point being, to our friends that are listening and watching, if you want to own one of these pieces, um, reach out to me today because there's going to be a wait. There's going to be a list, and some people are going to get knocked and not get one, and have to possibly settle for a FDI, which is great and fine. At least you're getting the Buffalo, but it's not the same as getting an advanced release. It's kind of like getting a black belt. The advanced release is a black belt versus the FDI is a brown belt.
Makes sense. All right, let's see. Good to see John. A great angle on the market. Excited for the episode. Yeah, tune in every
Thank,
week.
thank you.
Let's see. Ton of value in this one. Solid topic. Any more questions? Oh, okay. Here's one about the deploying capital. What's the safest way to deploy 5K in the current coin market?
Well, I would like to have a conversation with you and see what your interests are and what you like, and maybe direct you to products that you enjoy and would like. Because a lot of people, when they buy things, one of the enjoyments is going back time and time again and looking at your coins. 5K right now, I would put you in congratulation sets and proofs.
Solid. Can only go up from there. So,
yeah, and you're not going to be worrying about MSRP on the congratulation sets is $1,295, $1,295. That's an ounce of silver, right? But the metal content is not what matters in this case, as you well know. It's that there's the rarity of it. There's a lot of firsts there, and that there's just so many people that want them. I mean, there's 8 billion people in the world. There's a lot of people outside the United States that collect coins, believe it or not, that collect U.S. coins. So with that kind of population of people wanting and so few, we go to economics 101, supply and demand. So, yeah.
Give us a call, 561-310-8341, 𝐂𝐨𝐢𝐧𝐬@gmail.com. I'll hook you up with some good deals and a lot of exclusive coins that basically no one can get a hold of. So yeah, super exciting. All right, well, let's see, anything we didn't touch on here. So the hot coins, let's see, psychology, we kind of touched on that with the engine. I always talk about the V6 V8. It's always a good analogy. Let's see, release dates, talked about CAC a little bit. Let's see, young collectors, modern slabs. I mean, that's just kind of overall. Let's see, gold or rare coins right now. Let's see. Yeah, anything about some of the new inventory? We touched on that. Pretty much just cover most things. For eBay comps, we could definitely match those, especially buying in person. We definitely get better deals. And
we'll be letting everyone know. Yeah. Listen, there are scams on eBay, as you know. People really need to be careful and make sure you're working with a trusted dealer.
100%. Oh, we lost John. But yeah, to echo that, definitely give us a call, 561-310-8341, 𝐂𝐨𝐢𝐧𝐬@gmail.com. Website is coincurrency.net, American CC. Find us on Google and Yelp. I mean, of course, like you mentioned, is that we are trusted dealers. Obviously, we have a lot of reputation. We have a lot of history. Great location in West Palm Beach, in Florida. So you can always give a hold of us. John's been in the business for quite a bit. I've been early on collecting myself as a child. But yeah, overall, we are some trusted dealers for sure. And the quality that we get, I mean, hands down, is just significant. So if you're ever looking for anything specific, give us a call. We have what you need. And if we don't have it, of course, we can do a little bit of research and find the right connections for you to get those products as well. John's going to be jumping back here. We lost him. But yeah, so I guess to wrap up the show, we got about 7 minutes here for the hour. If there's any other questions, feel free to reach out. There's another question. Let's see. That's pretty much it. We touched on most things. I guess the recap. There's a lot of coins coming out. And mentioned that we have the privies, the 250th anniversary, and the 40th anniversary as well. And we have some advanced release, FDI, of course, both Damstra and 𝐂𝐨𝐢𝐧𝐬. So you guys are looking at things specific. These are PR70s or MS70s, 𝐿TRA for the PR. So yeah, we could pretty much cover most of that for anybody that's interested. We got John back here for the last 5 minutes.
Don't know what's happening. The internet. I don't know, but we have great products, so
Yeah.
that makes everything all right.
Yeah, that covers everything. That's always my business prior. Is just the product speaks for itself, and we're just a facilitator of the products. So in this case, the coins speak for themselves. The quality's there. Just here to facilitate and to point people in the right direction, and give them easy access to higher quality products. So.
Listen, if any of our friends that are listening and watching buy the 4-coin gold set, I'm going to throw in a free eye patch.
I almost thought you were going to say iPad, but he's eye patch.
No, not an iPad. Eye patch.
Eye patch. Yeah. I love it. Yeah, incredible sets coming out. We got a few minutes here before we wrap up.
I do have something to quickly say.
Yeah.
Because based off what the gentleman had the question earlier and thanking us about, talking about the markets, and we do spend a lot of time, and both Dustin and I, we really do. We do a lot of research. We do a lot of reading. We do a lot to inform. It's not just hopping on here and regurgitating whatever, a lot of times put into this. But one thing I want people to keep in mind is that, don't look at the prices of spot metals every day. Like, unless you are trading actively, it's just a price. It matters, but it doesn't. If you're in it for the long term, stick to your guns. And I've seen it time and time and time again over the last 30 years of prices going up, people buying in, prices getting slammed down a little bit, people getting scared, selling, and then the price is going back up. So it's just the best advice I can give you is, just if you have done, you don't even have to do research. Just look what's happening in our world. And why would you not want to own physical assets? Of course, own other things. I'm not saying, be King Midas on a pile of gold, but keep your eyes open and your ears a little shut. Listen maybe through one ear, because a lot of what's happening is just noise. A lot of it is we don't even know what the truth is anymore, unfortunately, and what is not the truth, what we're being fed, what we're not being fed, what the end game is, what the end game is not. I know that an ounce of gold is an ounce of gold. I know that in 5,000 years, that ounce of gold is still going to have value. I know that. I know that my rare graded items, whether they're coins or notes, whether today, tomorrow, a week from now, a month, a year, 10 years from now, are going to have the same, if not more value than they do now. Point being, don't listen to the noise. Listen to us and listen to others that appeal to you and your sense of what's right and wrong, and how you want to position yourself so that you and your family are in a position where you can either take advantage or just protect yourselves from market turmoils. That's really the best advice I could ever give.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, regardless of time, it's gonna hold value if it's graded, especially graded coins, graded anything really. And a lot of times it's the inflation is what affects the price, and then on top of that, there's a collector value as well. So, you got two things going towards the coins themselves. outside of the markets who are constantly going up and down at this rate, being that's $4,000 to $5,000 for gold. Like obviously, paper money is going to be trying to liquidate it and make people shake them out. But physical, you can't shake out. I mean, you can shake out physical, but it's going to be less likely in comparison.
Right.
So,
that's right.
Yeah, definitely pick your battles, but don't feel like you're FOMO or FUD or any of that when it comes to the markets. Just stay the course, stick to what you're interested in, and make sure that
you just brought up a word that everyone hates, the I word, inflation.
Yeah.
And the inflation report came out. Yesterday was the Fed meeting. Inflation is kicking up a little bit. I've been saying it for a while now, for 2 years now in my office. You could ask anyone here. I am just like, this is not going. You can't have 10 years of basically free money, which is jet fuel for our economy, and not have some massive ramifications. The only reason why we haven't seen more collateral damage from that is because they have been kicking the can down the road, and the Fed has actually become the buyer of our debt. We're creating debt to buy our own debt in this cycle. The Fed is the biggest buyer of our own debt because they have to be, because fewer and fewer institutions and countries want to purchase our debt at the interest rate that we're giving. They want more interest on it, and I get it. More yield, I get it. I personally see inflation, and I hate to say it, I think inflation right now, because it's based off core inflation is the number they use, which is X food and energy. Right. Well, food and energy is where most of our money goes. If you include food and energy, I mean, they finagle these numbers, they meaning the government, to make them how they want. But you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that how much your buying power is today as opposed to 2 years ago. I think we're over 10% inflation. Easy. And I think that you're going to see core inflation because of what's happened in Iran, and you saw oil prices just. I was going to buy oil futures when it was at $67 a barrel, and it shot all the way up to 120. And I was like, okay, I missed out. But point being is like, oil goes up, inflation goes up.
Oh yeah,
that's the bottom line. So to our friends that are listening and watching, you have to protect yourselves. At least a little bit of your portfolio, and by a little bit, I'd say 20% needs to be in numismatics and precious metals. If you have an IRA, we do self-directed precious metals backed IRAs, which everyone that we've helped to put into these IRAs are so happy. Plus, a lot of these people we've been putting in for the last 2 years, they've seen huge increases in their IRAs because of precious metals appreciation. I'm not saying that's going to continue moving forward. I'm just telling you the facts as I know them from what we've seen and done. But inflation is going to eat away. It's a tax to us all, and it's not going to slow down. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if after midterms you see the Fed start raising interest rates. Oof. And we're in for a long haul, guys. I mean, we really are. I mean, look what happened from 2008 to basically COVID and all the money that's been pumped into the system, all this artificial growth. It's not real. I don't even think that there's a way to calculate the true basis of values on items now, because it's all so artificial. But do you know what, Dustin? Do you know what is not artificial? What the value of gold is, what the value of silver is, what the value of a graded 1928D St. Gaudens in Mint State 60, that's $1 million plus coin, and it'll be $2 million in a few years.
Wow.
So point being, there are solutions. There are other places to put your hard-earned money. It all starts with a phone call, an email, or a text to myself, to Dustin, to one of our coworkers at American Coin and Currency. Let's get the ball rolling.
Yeah, protect your wealth. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it across all collectors and industries. Like, people are moving into things that have more intrinsic value rather than the US dollar. You can't park your money in the bank too long before it gets eroded by inflation. Like, your purchasing power is significantly less. Like, within 1 year, 2 years, yeah. Gas prices last week, 2 weeks, like almost 30%, like maybe more, depending on where you live.
Crazy.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, just look at, if people want to look at artwork. Look at what's happened with artwork in the last 15 years, and the prices and the values of fine artwork. Not only of the masters, but other artists. Whether you say it's people laundering money or not, that's not what I'm getting at here in this conversation. What I am getting at it is that the people that have the means, people that have the money, people that have the financial advisors, are the ones buying $100 million paintings, because they can bring it with them anywhere in the world. There's always going to be value to that. You can have a sleeve of coins, and each one is worth X amount. And depending on your financial situation, you could have $10 million in a sleeve of coins, or you could have $100,000 in a sleeve of coins. But you could take that sleeve of coins and you could put it in a bag and go anywhere you want. It's mobile. And hopefully we don't get to the point in the future where that becomes a necessity. But an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
100%. Yeah, that sticks to me when you said that in the previous episode. Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, definitely take your time to really put your mind into it, and it'll definitely pay out. Yeah, I mean, that's if you have an ounce of gold here in America, you have an ounce of gold in another country, and it will always hold value.
Yeah,
and a lot of people travel jewelry or whatever. Like, you can't bring $100,000 with you, but you could bring a graded coin with you that is worth $100,000. So, just to keep that in mind. But yeah, that's great advice. Definitely keep the eye on the ball. Don't lose focus. Don't
keep your eye on the eye.
Eye on the eye on the eye. Jeez. Yeah, that's it for us for this week. Here, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, Thursdays. Call us 561-310-8341. uniquecoins@gmail.com, coinandcurrency.net, eBay, American CC, and find us everywhere: Google, Yelp, Apple Maps. Located West Palm Beach. That's pretty much your final words. Anything else you want to say before we leave?
If you enjoy our show and our content, please leave a positive comment on one of our platforms.
Yes, I should start saying subscribe, hit them comments.
Yes.
Appreciate it. Yeah. I need to say that more often. But yeah, if you guys ain't subscribe to us. We have over 1,000 followers on our YouTube channel. We're growing across all our platforms. So I think we have a cumulative about over 10,000 followers now. So we're constantly growing. But of course, without you guys, we wouldn't have any of this. So definitely appreciate everyone being here. See us next week. I believe we have a panel. If not, we'll just come back. We're gonna have some guests as well for you mentioned having Rachel come back, as well as Richard and possibly some other guests. So yeah, we'll have them for part 2. If you guys check out our videos, we come out with all the self-directed IRAs. So if you guys haven't seen that content, definitely check it out. If you guys are interested, give us a call, and we will help you with your SDRAs, IRAs. And if anything specifically you're looking for, we have a lot of coins in stock, but of course, limited time only with those the 2026 W-Proof Gold Eagles set. That's just gonna be very limited. So give us a call. Give a call to John and let him know that you are interested. So yeah, let's wrap it up for the week. Appreciate it, John. Thanks for being back here this week. Steady fast on the healing, of course. Make sure you don't strain your eyes too much. And yeah, we'll be back next week, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, Thursday. This is American Coin and Currency. What is hot in the U.S. Coins 2026 market breakdown? And we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great week. See you.
Take care. Thank you.